Stop scrolling. Yeah, you. Because while you're watching this, your future is quietly getting traded for comfort. One more video, one more tomorrow. One more I'll start when I feel ready. But tell me something. When did time start asking you for permission? When did life agree to wait for your motivation? No. You don't lose your life in one big moment. You lose it in tiny discounts. In 5 minutes. In just a little longer. In the warm blanket of later. Here's the brutal contradiction. The lazier you feel, the faster time feels like it's moving. The faster time feels like it's moving, the lazier you become, because you start believing it's too late anyway. That loop is a trap, not a personality trait, not a label, a system, a pattern. A daily routine that silently steals your momentum, then blames you for not having any. Think about a normal day. You wake up, you check your phone. You say just 5 minutes. Those 5 minutes become 50, not because you're weak. It's because your environment is built to win. Your apps are designed to hook your attention, like a vending machine for dopamine. You get small hits, small laughs, small distractions. And your brain loves small now more than big later. That's not laziness. That's psychology. That's the human brain chasing the easiest reward it can find. But here's the part nobody tells you. Time is the only currency you can't earn back. Money can return. Friends can return. Opportunities sometimes return. But time doesn't return. It doesn't negotiate. It doesn't care how you feel. It moves every single second. Whether you're building your life or watching someone else build theirs. So let's talk about the wake-up call. Not the guilt. Not the you're useless talk. That doesn't change anything. This is about upgrading the system. Rewiring the pattern. Becoming the kind of person who respects time, not because you're scared, but because you finally understand what it's worth. First, you need to understand the time tax. Every time you delay something important, you pay interest. Not with money, with stress, with self-respect, with future options. Let's do a simple math punch to the face. If you waste just 2 hours a day, 2 hours on random scrolling, pointless videos, and I'll do it later, that's 14 hours a week. That's 56 hours a month. That's 672 hours a year. That's 28 full days. A whole month of your life. Every year, gone. And that's just 2 hours. Most people waste more. Much more. But the scariest part isn't the number. It's what those hours could have become. A skill, a body, a business, a channel, a new life. But instead they became nothing. They became empty. Your brain will try to lie to you here. It will say, relax. It's not that deep. It will say everyone wastes time. It will say you deserve a break, and you do deserve rest. But there's a difference between rest and escape. Rest refuels you. Escape replaces your life with noise. Rest is intentional. Escape is automatic. Rest makes you stronger. Escape makes you numb, and numbness feels like comfort, till you realize it's also the feeling of your life passing without you. Second, you need to stop waiting for motivation and start using activation. Motivation is a spark. It comes and goes. Activation is a switch. It's a small action that forces the brain to follow. Most people think they need to feel ready before they start. Wrong. You start, and then you feel ready. The brain doesn't reward intentions. It rewards movement. So you need a rule so simple it's almost insulting. Do the first 2 minutes. 2 minutes of studying, 2 minutes of writing, 2 minutes of exercise, 2 minutes of cleaning your room, 2 minutes of building your dream. 2 minutes is not hard. 2 minutes is not scary. 2 minutes is not a life sentence. But 2 minutes is powerful because it breaks the spell of later. It proves you can move. And once you move, your identity changes from someone who plans to someone who does. Here's a metaphor. Your life is a train. Motivation is the whistle. It's loud, exciting, dramatic. But the train doesn't move because of the whistle. The train moves because the engine turns. The engine is your first action. Turn the engine. Even when you don't feel like it. Especially when you don't feel like it. Because the days you don't feel like it are the days that decide your future. Third, you need to learn the difference between busy and valuable. Lazy people are often not lazy. They're distracted. They do many things, just not the right things. They clean when they should create. They watch how to get disciplined videos instead of doing one disciplined action. They plan, organize, and research. Forever, it feels productive. It looks productive. But it's a hidden form of procrastination. So ask yourself one question before you do anything. Will this matter in 6 months? If the answer is no, be careful. Because you might be spending your life on tasks that don't build your life. Try this. Pick one high-leverage hour every day. 1 hour where your phone is away, your notifications are dead, and your focus is sacred. 1 hour to do the thing that moves your life, the thing you avoid, the thing that scares you a little, the thing you keep postponing. 1 hour. That's it. 1 hour sounds small, but it's not small. 1 hour a day is 365 hours a year. It's over 15 full days of pure progress. 15 days where your future self is being built on purpose. And when your brain says, "But I don't have time," listen closely. Because what it usually means is, "I don't have control." You have time. You have the same 24 hours as the people you admire. The difference is not time. The difference is boundaries. The difference is what gets protected and what gets sacrificed. Most people sacrifice the future to protect the present. They protect comfort. They protect ease. They protect entertainment. And they sacrifice growth. They sacrifice purpose. They sacrifice the person they could become. Fourth, you need to stop treating time like air and start treating it like a contract. Every morning you sign a deal with life. I will spend today. The question is, on what? Because time isn't just minutes. Time is your attention. And your attention is your life. Wherever your attention goes, your life follows. So if your attention goes to distractions, your life becomes distraction. If your attention goes to skills, your life becomes skill. If your attention goes to your health, your life becomes strength. If your attention goes to your dreams, your life becomes direction. This is why environment design matters. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your system. If your phone is beside your bed, your morning belongs to your phone. If your room is messy, your mind feels messy. If your friends only talk about gossip and games, your brain stays there. So change the environment. Not because you're forcing yourself, because you're protecting yourself. Put the phone in another room when you sleep. Turn off autoplay. Remove the apps that steal your hours. Make it easier to do the right thing and harder to do the wrong thing. Discipline is not just willpower. Discipline is architecture. Now let me give you a short story because stories stick when facts fade. There was a guy who always said, "I'm young. I have time." Every year he said it. He had dreams. Big ones. He wanted to learn a skill. Start something. Change his life. But he also loved comfort. He loved the feeling of not today. So he made a deal with himself. I'll start next month. Next month became next year. Next year became after I figured things out. And life didn't punish him with drama. Life punished him with silence. One day, he met an old man sitting outside a small shop. The old man had hands that looked like they had built 100 things. The guy asked, "How did you become so calm?" The old man smiled and said, "Because I stopped pretending time belongs to me." The guy laughed. "What do you mean?" The old man pointed at the street and said, "Look, everyone thinks they have a long road. Most people never walk it. They stand at the start and argue with themselves until the sun sets." The guy went quiet. The old man continued, "When I was your age, I wasted years. Not because I was bad, because I was asleep. And the day I woke up, I realized the cost wasn't just lost hours. The cost was lost versions of me. The man I could have been. The life I could have lived. The people I could have helped." Then he leaned in and said, "You don't need more time. You need to stop donating your time to things that don't love you back." That sentence hit like a slap. Donating your time to things that don't love you back. Because that's what mindless distraction is. You give it your life, and it gives you nothing. No growth, no pride, no story. Just empty hours and a tired mind. Here's the turning point. The guy didn't become perfect. Didn't wake up at 5 a.m. and turn into a superhero. He did something smaller. He did something real. He made one promise. Today, I will earn my sleep. Not deserve it. Earn it. Meaning when he lays down at night, he will be able to say, "I used today." Even if it's small, even if it's messy, even if it's imperfect, he will use it. And that's the identity shift you need. Not "I'm lazy," not "I can't focus," not "I'm just like this." No, the new identity is this. I am the kind of person who respects my minutes. I am the kind of person who keeps promises to myself. I am the kind of person who doesn't need a mood to do what matters. Because the future doesn't respond to intentions. The future responds to evidence. Evidence is action. Evidence is consistency. Evidence is what you do when nobody is watching. And every time you choose the hard thing for 5 minutes, you cast a vote for a new version of you. A stronger you, sharper you. A you who doesn't beg life for chances. A you who creates them. So here's your plan. Simple, not easy, but simple. Pick one goal that would change your life if you stuck to it for 90 days. 1, not 10. 1. Maybe it's learning a skill, maybe it's fitness. Maybe it's building a channel like Inspire Path. Maybe it's improving your grades. Maybe it's quitting a bad habit. One goal. Now break it into a daily minimum. Not the perfect plan, the minimum. Smallest version you can do, even on your worst day. 10 push-ups, 1 page, 1 paragraph, 1 practice session. 1 focused hour. Minimums are powerful because they make consistency unstoppable. And consistency is what time rewards. Then create a time fence, a protected block. Same time every day if possible. Your brain loves patterns. Make it automatic. Make it non-negotiable. Like brushing your teeth, like eating, like sleeping. When your time fence is active, you don't debate. You don't negotiate. You just enter the block and do the work. Even if it's ugly, even if it's slow. Ugly progress beats perfect procrastination every single time. And here's the rule that changes everything. When you fail, you will fail. Do not miss twice. Miss once. Forgive fast. Return immediately. Because the real danger isn't one bad day. The real danger is the story you tell yourself after it. See, I'm lazy. See? I can't do it. That story is poison. Replace it with a better one. I'm the kind of person who comes back. Come back. Come back quickly. Come back aggressively. That's how you win. Now visualize your future if you don't change. Not to scare you, but to wake you. Imagine it's 1 year from now. Your life looks the same. Same habits, same distractions, same excuses, same tomorrow. And you feel that heavy thing in your chest when you realize you're still at the starting line. That regret doesn't come from failure. It comes from never trying. Now visualize the other future. 1 year from now, you kept the minimum. You protected the hour. You didn't miss twice. You became consistent. You built something. Even if it started small, and now people look at you differently. You look at yourself differently. Your confidence isn't loud, it's quiet, because it's real. It's built. You walk with proof. Proof that you can trust yourself. That's the person you become when you value time. You become someone who doesn't need luck. You become someone who doesn't wait for perfect conditions. You become someone who turns ordinary days into a powerful story. You become the kind of person who is dangerous in the best way because you can focus, you can sacrifice, you can delay pleasure, you can do what matters while others drift. And here's the deepest truth. Valuing time is valuing yourself. Because your time is your life. When you waste time, you're not just wasting minutes. You're telling yourself you're not worth the effort. When you protect time, you're telling yourself, I matter. When you use time well, you're saying, my future is worth building. That is self-respect in motion. So let's close with something philosophical. If time is the river, you are the boat. Some people float. Some people drown. Some people complain about the current, but a few people learn to row. They row when it's quiet. They row when it's hard. They row when nobody claps. And one day they look back and realize they didn't find a different river. They became a different person. Right now, you're holding the most expensive thing you will ever own. This moment. Not tomorrow, not next week. This moment. So ask yourself one last question, slowly. What is this moment worth to you? If this hits you, don't let it end as motivation. Turn it into action. Comment the one thing you will do today, just once, so we can hold you to it. Like the video if you're choosing progress over comfort. Share it with a friend who keeps saying tomorrow. And subscribe to Inspire Path, because we're building a tribe of people who don't waste their lives. We build, we learn, we rise. Now close this video and earn your sleep.